Welcome back into the second video of this Logisim course. In this video, we will learn the most important tool in the Logisim and how to wire the circuit correctly and the simulation rule you must follow. If you master this video, then Logisim become easy. So I just been mentioned there, this is the foundational video. So this is very important for you. Now here you see in this box there is the complete components which we used. This is the wiring, there are the gates, there are the plexers, there are the arithmetics, there are the input and output tools are there, or maybe components you say. There are the basic components which we use for select the tool and labeling a tool. So now and there is the also different option in this above option. This is the quick options like the input, output, this is the NOT gate, this is the AND gate, and this is the OR gate. The basics gates are there and their inputs and outputs are there, so you can simply select it and paste it here. This is the NOT gate, I just select and paste it here in that way. And this is the input pin, so I just select and paste it here, and again I can select it and paste it here, and this is the output and I can select and paste it here. Now here you see the components which you selected. I just selected this one, then details of these components are showing here. Now I quickly do the wiring and I show you how we can do the wiring and some kind of different basic tools we can utilize and then do the simulation. So that's the main topic of this video. So for the wiring, go into the wiring option. Now here you see there are the different options like a power, ground, the clock we have, the tunnels we have, the probes we have, and again the pin we have. Okay, so if you want to be wire the components, so how you can do it? So you see I can when I add a input pin, so there is the option, click on it, simply I just click the left click and paste it here. So in that way it's connected. Again I show you, left click and paste it here, directly just move it. It's work in that way. This is the component terminal which it's connect. So if you want just move on it on the grids, and if you want turn, just take a turn. If you want the right turn, then come close here and again take a right turn. Remove the left click, I just hold the left click for move, and when I want to take a turn, I just close, I just release the left click, and then it's stay here, and again I hold the left click and I move. So in that way you can doing the wiring with any kind of path you want. Now I quickly connect the output also. So in that way I connect the two inputs and one output, but it is the total 5 input gate, but it's depending on your need how much you want. If we want 2 inputs and 1 output, then it's fine totally. And here we need to go into the basic tool and select the selection tool, this one, selection tool, and there is also a selection tool. And so this is the selection tool which is used for selecting the component and move it. And there is the option of this one, this is called the change value within a circuit tool. So tick mark on it, this is this one, pokey tool. Okay, and then click on it. You see they are changing the values. In that way you can change the inputs. So this is the 1 0, output is 1, this is 1 1, output is 1, this is 0 1, output is 1, and when 0 0, output is 1, because this is the OR gate. So in that way you can run the simulation. So what happened if I go here and untick on it, the simulation enabled, I just disable the simulation, then I do it. So you see the simulation is not happening, but I need to tick mark on the simulation enabled, then simulation is happening. So I hope so you understand this point, like how we can select the component, how we can paste it, how we can wire it, and how we can simulate it. So the fourth thing is clear in your mind. Now we move toward some different tools, we also explore it. So if you want to close the simulation, simply Ctrl+E pressed. Okay, or go here and then it's closed. Okay, make sure when you close the simulation, then it's just closed at that point where it is. Okay, so you can change the values but output is not changed. Now I just will show you the different terminals, also different basic components. First of all, I think so you understand the Poke tool functionality. Poke tool is used for changing the values during the simulation. Okay, so they change the input values, and according that output automatically changed. And this is the edit tool. What is the functionality of the edit tool? For it's selecting the component and I can move it. Selection tool and edit tool mainly have the same functionality. This is the wiring tool. So if I choose the wiring tool, then I can doing the wiring anywhere. Okay, so anywhere. So this is the functionality of wiring tool. But you don't be, if you talk about a component, then you don't need for wiring tool, but you can directly doing the wiring. I already show you, but there is also a some extra functionality into the wiring tool. You can wire anywhere. I give you the example of the wiring tool. First of all, I take a selection tool. I select this wire and press a delete button on a keyboard, then it's deleted. I again select this wire and delete it. And this is my this is my inputs. This is my inputs. I again copy and paste this third input. So we have the three inputs, and I can organize these three inputs to go into all these gates. And how we can do it? Go into the wiring tool. This is the wiring tool. So what I am going to do? Simply left click, and this is our first wire. This is our second wire, and this is our third wire. That's our third wire, and I just connect the wire. So again I go with the edit tool and wire it here. Okay, you can wire with the edit tool also, but this long wire is not possible with the edit tool. It's only possible with the component terminals. Okay, so but if you want this one, okay, you see again select the tool and remove it. Now this is the whole input wires. So I again select the input tool, edit tool, and connect it. How I can connect it? This one, and this one. I think so you understand what I am going here. So this is the functionality of the wiring tool. So without a wiring tool you can't do this thing. And I again choose the output, paste it here, copy and paste here. I am doing the terminal wiring, then I directly do the terminal wiring with the selection tool and edit tool. That's good. Now what's happening? I again enable the simulation. Simulation is enabled, and you see I need to choose the Poke tool, close it. So what's happening? When all the inputs are closed, then our output of the NOT gate is 1. This is the A. Okay, right now I just show you one text tool is also very important. So this is the text tool. This is called A, this is called B, this is called C. So in that way the text tool is enabled. This is called AND, this is called OR, this is called NOT. So the text tool is also very important. I again choose the Poke tool. So I enable 1. So now you see what's happening. I enable this, and you see also what's happening there. So I hope so you understand the wiring tool and the text tool also. So in that way the basic tools are completed. So I just close it here. So now into the tools. So into the wiring tool there are a lot of different functionality like a power and ground. So it's depending on the circuit condition, and the advanced circuits the different things are used. The pull resistor. So this is the pull resistor, and this is the clock. So right now I just showing you the functionality of the clock. So I delete this C and attach the clock here. Select this clock, and this clock is used for the combinational circuit, and mostly it is used with the flip-flop. The combination circuits, the clocks are very important. So now when you select with the selection tool, you can select this one, then you see the properties of this clock, and here you see the high duration. So by default it is 1 mentioned there, and by default 1 mentioned here. Okay, so now if I say that high duration is 5 and low duration is also 5, then duty cycle is like 5. For 5 ticks it's go high, and after 5 ticks it's go low. So this is the clock setting, but I change it into this one 12 ticks and 5 ticks low. And after that you go into the simulation, and into the simulation tick mark on is this tick enable. In your case it's disabled, but I click on this tick enable, and then you see this is automatically clock is working. They enable for the 12 ticks, it's enabled, and after the 12 ticks for the 5 seconds it's disabled. So in that way it is working. So now I can change the label also. This is the clock. So you know that clock is utilizing into the combination circuit, so into the combination circuit it's very important. So that's why I mention it, and I show you how you can change the settings. So that is the video, and I see you in the next video, number 3 of this Logisim course, where I show you how we can use the logic gates. So see you the next time.